a big shot. I'm gonna go to Justin's house, make his bed.
Go to Justin's house, make his bed. What's up, everybody? Welcome to 37th Heaven version of Cheap Drinks and Cheat Codes. Little beard. Cheers.
Get the ad blocker off my golf.
Bro, I have ad blocker on. It's disabled on this site. This must be one of those sites that does the pop-up and won't let you look at it unless...
No, that's fair. All right, so we're going to start off real nice here. We talked about this last week a little bit, but it got taken off the website before we could actually show it. This might have actually been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was when Brandon exploded and he was gone, and it was just filling them. Yeah. So we were talking about the Cyberpunk map, but again, at the time that it just got taken off the internet. So this came out the other day. You can see the dude just literally laid the map out on it's literally the one that comes in the packet. So you can actually look at it a little bit better. It's super condensed, but you got to the lower you got Pacifica, then you got Westbrook. That seems a little bit more open, which I'm intrigued with. You know, have you guys seen this map yet? Actually,
no.
At all?
Yeah.
No,
I've seen it.
I wasn't sure if you saw it. It's dope. And then you also got the sectors underneath there. There's they're on the picture too, but you got the Badlands, City Center, Haywood, Pacifica, Santa Domingo, Watson, and Westbrook. So it's
Santo Domingo.
Cyberpunk.
That's where I'm about to be wrapped up.
I'm a big map. I'm excited. Yeah, it's definitely a big map. Like everyone was like, oh, blah, blah. I mean, unless it's I think it's a pretty big map, especially if it's condensed. Like you're going into buildings and all that.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is like the last actual demo gameplay, you were walking through buildings. You could walk into them. You kind of like you walked out of the apartment and everything.
Yeah. Real quick before I forgot to mention backtrack. Phil added a whole new shelving system. Another one.
What I do?
Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't bring that
They're
up
multiplying every week. Every week, he's adding a shelf.
They're like rabbits. He's actually taking out that window. Put a shelf there. So didn't want to just not bring that up. But
I turn PS4 games sideways so they could fit.
Weird flex, but okay.
I think I'm really hyped about this. I think this game is going to have everything that I thought the Division should have had on a map thing, because the Division map seemed really big, but you couldn't go anywhere. Like it was like this enormous map, and you could see buildings in the distance, and it was just like empty like alleyways, roads that you couldn't like jump over the barrier. Your guy would just be like, and he wouldn't go anywhere.
Also in this article, what's up, Phil? Hit it.
I was just saying, like the Witcher's a big map that you can explore every piece of. So if they didn't do that, where you could just like walk around and see everything, that their credibility is gonna drop, and people aren't gonna be as excited. But this is CD Projekt Red; they know what they're doing.
They know. But the other thing in this article is really cool. If you scroll down, you have they give you a little 3-paragraph thing of each area, which I thought was cool. So if you're super duper into it, a little something. But,
you also get that physical map. I don't even think you have to pre-order. I think if you buy the game physically, you get it.
Yeah, it's tucked up in the case. You can see how it's folded like squares.
Yeah, like those old like San Andreas, all those games.
Exactly. Red Dead and GTA.
Like the last time I remember getting something like that was the Skyrim release. I got the whole Skyrim map.
Yeah.
I got one for Red Dead too.
Yeah, Red Dead. Yeah.
Did you pre-order it, or did it just come?
No, it was just in case.
It just came with it.
Yeah, I got mine. I think I got mine pre-owned, so I don't think
that dude kept the map, bro. He kept the map.
Yeah, he was like,
it's scotch taped on the back of his door.
Yeah, basically. This next one's interesting because I can't tell if it's real or not, but take it with a grain of salt. This came on Twitter not too long ago. It's a black PlayStation 5 controller. The pictures make it look like it's legit, but also I'm like, this looks like my man just spray painted a PlayStation 5 white controller.
Yeah.
That's what I think they did. I think they just spray painted it and kept
I got a bad feeling that's also the same thing, because you can look at some of the light angles on like the round edges, and you can see where it kind of shines differently at like some spots, how it looks like it's not a finished like painted product.
Yeah, even if you scroll down, there's only a couple comments on this article, but people said the same thing. They're like, "Yo, it looks like my man spray painted."
Yeah,
but at least it's cool to get concept for it.
Yeah,
but
I could see that.
Also, with it being like, if it was like a prototype, it might be cheaper just to get like all this plastic in black, put it together.
Yeah.
So when you send it
Yeah.
to someone to test it out, you know, like
Yeah.
most likely the people they're sending it know which button is which. Like you know where the X and the triangle and the circle and the square are. You don't have to have them marked.
Well, yeah, that could be the only thing, because I feel like if it was just the white one spray painted black, like the man already took it apart. He's gonna take those buttons out and just leave them. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna just flip it around. You already took it apart. They're gonna take the buttons out. You're gonna make them still look good, because the D-pad buttons, I know for a fact, like they're not a really, or I'm sorry, not the D, but the glossy buttons on the right hand side, like your regular buttons. Those are not something that really take spray paint that well, from what I remember from like painting Xbox 360 controllers and stuff. Like they don't really like to be spray painted.
Yeah.
Beats me. I just thought it was at least a cool concept art type thing, because I feel like everyone is unanimous on nobody wants a white console or white controller.
No, Cheeto fingers, bro.
We'll see. Yeah, I just remember my 360 controllers, how gross they would look after like 2 days. So I'm just like, nah, man, come on. But yeah, a cool little concept. Figured we could look at it and talk about it. Next cool little concept is, this is interesting, because some people see something else, some people don't. This came out, this was actually last week. But I thought it was interesting. It's the Xbox Series X and an Xbox One X. I still hate the way they named their consoles. I can't get over it. It's Series X, One X. It's like, dude, come on, y'all didn't think it. But yeah, it's 2 screenshots of the same game.
It does look different though.
Not enough, but it does look different. There's definitely little details, like again, that trash can at the bottom looks way crisp. It's not even in the other one. Little reflections, little lightings.
I mean, just the way that the volumetric lighting is working, I think this screenshot has been taken out of context. I think that this was meant to show the volumetric lighting, not necessarily to show like the graphics intensity.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just my opinion on it, I guess.
Yeah, it's just something quick, and just wanted to get it out there to look at. But we'll see once it comes out for sure. Later this next month. Yeah, that's next month.
Yeah,
Exactly 1 month.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The PlayStation.
Not exactly.
The PlayStation's in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's less than a month.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I should be able to start seeing them soon. Taking my screenshots with a palette. Be like, what up? Yeah, that's crazy. But we'll see. This next one hurts me deeply, and I think it's stupid. But we got the Watch Dogs, Adrian Pearce, debacle-ish thing, we talked about this when it first happened, when the trailer came out at one of the Ubisoft forwards or whatever, where he's going to be a playable character, and I was like, yo, that's awesome, but that'd been so much cooler if he was just in the game, not a DLC, and he's going to be playable in the story and the DLC, but only till the DLC comes out, or only till after the DLC comes out. Which I think is still silly, because by the time I beat the game, the DLC won't be out yet. I'm not going to play the game just to play his story, or add him to my story in the game.
Right.
Do y'all have specific opinions on that?
I think if he doesn't...
No, he needs to be day one.
Yeah, if he doesn't have his own... I'm trying to think of like an old school game, like where you unlock the character and then you, like the old Mortal Kombat games. You beat the game, you got a character, and then when you played the game again, they had their own ending, they had their own different things. Like unless it's something like that, we talked about this yesterday. I'm not someone who can play a 30, 40-hour campaign and then just play it again just because there's one different character. That's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool. They said in this article he's going to be treated just like any other recruitable character, except he has obviously dedicated facial expressions and voice acting and all that stuff. And it's just like that. That should have just been in the game.
Right.
It literally should have just been. It shouldn't be DLC. I think they clearly thought about it after the fact and then went, make it DLC. But there are going to be, I think, 3 other playable characters as well, but they didn't say. But we'll see. I do think it's cool that it'll be playable, but I also really would have just expected it to be in the game when it started. But I'm not a huge fan of DLC.
Yeah, he should have been. He should have been like a surprise character like halfway through the campaign.
Yeah, he just shows
That
up like, yo.
would have been awesome.
Yeah, and they didn't tell you or anything.
Yeah, you just found out yourself.
Yeah, 'cause he's not a member of DebtSec, so maybe he just shows up and he's just like, yo, man, like on a separate, like Punisher in the first or second season of Daredevil, like an anti-hero kind of, like he, like little Daredevil Easter egg. Go on Netflix and watch it. But yeah, that's it. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add. I mean, obviously the games comes out next week and hype.
Yeah.
And everything. I shall be playing
Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Next Thursday. You alright? You okay?
Yeah.
Sound right to you? You were like,
I think it is. It's been.
No, it is.
I can't remember if it was Thursday or.
It's Thursday.
Oh, I'm thinking the other thing comes out Tuesday.
That show we were talking about.
Yeah. That's what I was getting mixed up with.
Yeah, buddy. Alright, so this next one is just me being angry at Control per usual. Because they just keep.
It's Control!
Or 505 games, I should say.
They're
Not
taking
really.
control.
Yeah. So we talked about this several times where, you know, the Ultimate Edition for Control, you have to have that to be able to play on the PS5 and cross-play for free and all that jazz. And they, you know, we couldn't figure out how to do it. And it's just further, in my opinion, incompetence on the situation. So not only now when you want to play it on the next-gen consoles or what have you, you have to also be logged into the internet for the first time, like one of those first patches, because the game can't fit on 50 gigs on a thing. Which
I was just gonna say they can't do what the PlayStation does. You have an install disc, and then a play disc, and put the remaining stuff on the play disc.
Look, man, you know how much those discs cost, bro?
That'll cost them too much when they're already upcharging you for buying it again for next gen.
Yeah, first world problems. Obviously, most people have access to internet for a little update, but it's just like, bro, like how shitty is your game made that like
50 gigs? That's a little update.
No.
No, 50 gigs on the disc.
That's total.
Oh, is over.
Yeah,
I thought it meant like
it's
there's
over.
50 gigs over the disc limit. Okay.
Oh no. But it's still. I don't know. Yeah, I mean they're using the smart delivery to get it via download once you download the game, but it's still. I think it's weird. It's just weird.
I can understand it for some things, where it's like Cyberpunk or like any other kind of game where it's like the game's gold, it's good, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
But you always get that day one patch where it's like a couple bugs they found like in that time frame of like making the disc to like the release.
Yeah.
And it's like 2, 3, 4 gigs. Like, okay, like I get that. But then like, hey, we can't fit it on a disc. We'll just make you download the rest.
Let me be clear because I completely forgot to be clear here.
Before you do that, Jeffrey M310, thank you for the sub.
Hey,
we appreciate
thanks for
you.
the sub.
Yes, thank you. Cheers.
But yeah, so the one thing I literally just didn't mention, I should have because it is a little bit different. That's only for Xbox.
Oh.
For the smart delivery. For PlayStation, you're apparently fine. And this is what makes me laugh though, because they put in quotations due to compression and other variables. It's fine on PlayStation. It's only on Xbox. You have to be connected to the internet.
Yeah, weird.
Which is even more confusing, but I should have added that. I apologize, but still.
Doesn't PlayStation use their own? It's a certain disc. Isn't their disc different than like a standard disc though?
It very well could be because they were the company that like came up with the Blu-ray. That's why the PS3 was the only thing to have it at the time because they had the copyright for it still on the.
I always thought there was something special with.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just the Blu-ray disc.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they own 4K Blu-ray also. I'm pretty sure, but unless they've just made a special version of 4K Blu-ray discs for PlayStation games that are a little bit larger, just to spite other companies, which is a possibility. Sony does some shit like that.
Yep. Brandon, are you sitting down? Good. Because this next one is gonna make you lose your mind, dog.
Okay.
Take it over, dog. I don't know if you saw it yet, but I know you're gonna just lose it immediately.
Hold on.
You saw Battle Royale game and it was over for you.
I was gonna go to the full cam
But yeah, so if you're a Stadia fan and you're into this kind of thing, November 17th, you're going to get a 64-player competitive Pac-Man Battle Royale.
64 player?
Yeah, I think it's going to be much like the Tetris versus and things like that.
Watch this.
They didn't, pop the trailer if you want to watch.
64 packs. Why didn't they just do 69? They literally would have blew the internet up.
Yeah.
That would have been true.
Like, who the fuck works at Stadia? You missed the ball on that one for sure.
Okay, so it's just a bunch of.
It's like the Super Mario one right now.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, where you're all playing on. Yeah, it's a big thing.
The Mario one is hilarious though. I don't know if you guys have actually seen gameplay.
They should have had it to where every Pac-Man board connects to each other. So then, like, you can eat like the big blob and like go,
Future.
you know.
But if this
like shoot over somebody else's board.
If this is like the Mario one, like, okay, let's say it's a 1v1 situation. All of the mobs that I'm killing on my Mario screen are going to your screen. And so if you know the levels really well, you just get like the star and you kill like 34 Goombas, and then it just spawns 34 Goombas in front of the other dude. It's actually really funny.
So, Justin, about the connections, if you were paying attention to those maps, it looked like you were connected to like side maps.
Well, yeah,
there was like a locked door on one, so maybe you are able to unlock it. Because I would just get it so I could go to someone else and bring all my ghosts with me and just start trolling people.
Oh, yeah,
well,
right there.
You are allowed to go to other people's things and get like power-ups and stuff.
Oh, I don't know. This question.
I'm circling it on the screen right now. There you go.
Yep. You gotta unlock it. You can go over there and do stuff. But yeah,
it just unlocks over time. It looks like.
Let's go. We're in there. Forming squads.
Well, pump the brakes, because I mean, y'all getting Stadia.
Justin has it. He was just playing it.
1 month demo.
Oh. Yeah, so you can actually play. There's the free demo for this game is available now. It comes out November. It'll be $20 hairs. As well, in this same little, they did an event for all this. So Jedi Fallen Order will also be available on Stadia the 24th. If you're into that kind of thing, of November.
Oh, yeah,
if you're into that kind of thing as well.
Wow. Well, I don't have it the 24th. I've only got it till the 22nd.
Yeah, well, let us know how that goes. But yeah, that's a little cool thing. Phil, are you sitting down? Okay, good. So actually, not really, because I don't think you're getting an Xbox X. But the Master Chief Collection is getting a free upgrade to 120 FPS.
Oh, cool! I can play it at 144 right now.
On PC. Thank you for doing something that's been available on PC for since Halo 1 has been out on PC.
Yeah, but that's all the thing. They just announced it'll be free upgrade. It's cool to see they're supporting it and upgrading it even further. Halo.
All I want is, even though I wasn't a terribly big fan of it, is if they bring Halo, like the actual Halo 5, into the MCC onto PC, because a lot of like the pro scene and stuff are going back to Halo 5 because they're tired of Halo 3, and I completely get that.
Right.
Isn't that?
I can only really play that.
Which one's the next one? Are they putting 4 on? Is that the one?
Yeah. Halo 4 is flighting right now, but I didn't like Halo 4, so I don't really care.
That's fair. That is fair. But again, it's nothing crazy. But if you're an Xbox player and you want to, look better, play better, make sure you upgrade your TV so you can actually get those frames. But that'll be cool.
They also say that it doubles the frames from to 120, but Halo's been locked at 30 frames per second, not 60, I believe.
Yeah.
Sure. Makes
no one will know.
No one will know. Oh, here we go.
The next one's a trailer.
The dunks. Let the dunks begin.
You want to play that trailer for me? I think it's only a couple minutes. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn the audio off. Though.
That's fine. So while you have this here, you guys can look at this. So, let me clear my throat here. So before this game even comes out, which comes out in a month, we already get this nice trailer for more stuff they want you to buy. The season pass of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. All this nice, cool content that just could have been included in the game in the first place. And they're going to talk about it here. You go to, I think it's Ireland for one of them. Yeah, and fight some druids. And then you siege Paris if you're a fan of the Viking show. You know how that goes. A couple cool things. The last one is The Legend of Beowulf, it looks like. I feel like y'all already know how I feel, but especially in this case, when the first DLC comes out like 3 months after the game came out, like, yo, that shit should have just been in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you clearly had either the same team or an opposite team while the other team was making the actual game, making the DLCs for the game. With new content that should just be in the game. All this extra stuff, cool stuff, potentially, that should just be in the game. And I'm over it. I ain't buying that shit. On principle. I think it's dumb.
Yeah. This to me is the equivalent of like God of War doing a season pass. This is the first season pass to come to an Assassin's Creed game, right? I'm not tripping?
No.
Oh, really?
Big no. Not
the last two.
The last two.
both
Okay,
had
so
it?
it's been since they've switched to this more open world concept where like okay. Because I haven't played one since the third one. So
Yeah, that's fair.
okay, so now that they're past everything post Unity then.
Or the Ezio era of game.
Okay.
But I just don't understand, like, even like when Spider-Man did the same thing, but like, for example, like Zero Dawn, that one was fine. It came out like a year and a half later, and it felt like a new experience to get you to play the game again. But this is like, hey, this game isn't out yet. Here's a trailer of the stuff that we already pretty much finished also that's not in the game that we want to like, why would I pay these games are going to be 70 potentially with the new consoles, and then these season passes are usually 30. So you want me to drop $100 on this game, dog? Not even to mention all the extra BS, like, you know, deluxe edition, super edition, pay us $20 more for a steelbook case. Like,
I want to know what the ultimate edition of this season pass is, because it just said gold. It said standard, gold, and ultimate edition of just the season pass.
No, I think what it is, you can either buy the season pass itself, you can buy the gold edition of the game, or the ultimate edition of the game. Because they always release.
They always do a gold and ultimate.
Ubisoft releases all their games with standard, gold, and ultimate.
I just don't like that.
And some type in that way. I mean, sometimes I pick up like the gold or deluxe version when it's on a super sale, just so I can get like some extra stuff that I don't even notice I have or anything.
Yeah.
dog, the Assassin's Creed Ultimate Edition on Best Buy's website, digital, so I'm assuming it doesn't come with actually anything, is $120. I'm gonna scroll down and find what that comes with.
What about all the XP booths?
I don't.
So
I don't
run through
know,
this
man.
I will run through this game.
It doesn't even tell you, like, what extra stuff. Oh, it includes the season pass, the game, the season pass, and whatever the ultimate pack is.
And also, the Legend of
It's gonna
Beowulf
be-
is only a mission.
Yeah, it's just like that could have just been in the game. They could have just put that one mission in the game. It just doesn't make any sense. It's
Watch Dogs is doing the same thing. There's a standard edition for 60, a gold edition for 100, and then an ultimate for $120.
So this comes out at the end of 2020, right? Okay, that's when it launches.
It comes out in like 2 weeks.
Right, so it comes out in 2 weeks. Their last content update is a year from now. I'm sorry, you will not have a player base in a year. Like, single player games just don't live like that. I don't feel like they understand how like games work. People don't just constantly replay an Assassin's Creed game anymore.
I don't know. I think it's scummy when the game isn't out yet. Like, clearly, if like you just said, if it's all planned for a year, I just feel like that stuff's all done.
Yeah.
There might be like the very last update they might still be working on, or the patch or free content or whatever it is, and I'm just like, yo, all this should just be in the game, dog.
All right, so for Legion, because I don't have the other page up for Valhalla, the base game is 60. The gold edition gets you the season pass, which is 4 heroes and missions, a car skin, and 1 exclusive mission and mask. That's the extra $40.
Exclusive mission.
For 4 heroes, a mission, a mask, and a car skin for $40. And then for the $120, you get the season pass stuff and 3 extra people and 3 masks for an extra $20 on top of that 100. For 3 skins, basically.
This doesn't make any sense to me.
Where's Valhalla?
It's like I'm trying to relate it to things that the other things that I enjoy. Like that's like making someone pay for after credits stuff at a fucking theater, or like
a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
All right, $5 more. You want that after credits?
Yeah, like if you want to see Stan Lee's cameo, give me $7, pussy. like what? Like a mission. Like that's the thing that's killing me right now. Not even the expansion things. It's like the exclusive mission, because that's what it says for the Legend of Beowulf thing. You mean to tell me that hour and a half of content is going to cost me extra money and it's not already done?
Yeah, it's fully done. They just want to milk it, man. It's scummy. I don't get it. Like it clearly makes money. People buy loot boxes. Like I mean, people are definitely paying for missions and stuff. So
I mean,
it is what it is.
Like I will get like a collector's type of not the collector's editions anymore, but those things are expensive. But like the special edition, something physical, because normally it comes with like an art book or something, and the extra money goes to supporting those artists that put that art in there.
The Berserker thing is just a pre-order bonus mission.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, the Berserker thing's only just a pre-order, so that's not even part of like the special pack.
Yeah, this game would have to blow my mind. Like it'd have to be on some God of War status where I'm playing it and then I beat it and I'm like, I would love more. But that happens so little in games these days.
Yeah.
Like for me, I still have to play Odyssey, and I waited until I could get it for like under $20.
Yeah.
And like I have it, and I'm gonna play that before I even buy Valhalla.
Yeah, so it's Josh. Your Valhalla is $100 for the gold edition, so that's the game and the season pass. That's for $100 you get the game and the pass.
And then the ultimate edition's the extra 20, right?
And then
and all you're gonna get is skins in that.
Yeah. So you're telling me I'm getting as much
for Valhalla's $120 one. You get the game, the season pass, and 4 different little gear packs.
Yeah, that just means that the games shouldn't cost as much as they do. If a skin is worth $20 and your game is worth $70, you're telling me that your game's shit because it's worth as much as a mask.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm paying $60, $70 for a game and your DLC is $30, I better get half the amount of content
out of that mask.
Yeah. But let's keep it pushing here. We just, it's nonsense.
The dunk has concluded. Moving on.
If you're into paying for extra stuff, Luna is in early access. This is Amazon's gaming Stadia type thing.
Cloud gaming.
Yeah.
Cloud gaming. There's 50 games right now. It's $5.99 a month. I'm assuming they do some free thing. Let me look.
I signed up to be a beta tester for it just to see if I can wing it.
Yeah, we'll see. I can't imagine, they have more of an infrastructure than Google. But
it's Amazon, bro. You saw their games. They've been rocking up in games, bro.
Yeah.
So they haven't had to cancel anything lately.
Yeah.
Like Google, who has an infrastructure for this kind of thing, can't get Stadia off the ground. I don't think Amazon's gonna have much.
It's almost like when they do like their Prime Day, their web service doesn't shut down and catch fire.
So if you're into it, it's in beta. Ball out. Let us know how it is. Justin will let us know if he gets accepted to the program.
If I'm the chosen one.
You're chosen.
The chosen one.
Chosen one. Yep. This next one's interesting. If you're an Ubisoft fan and all are playing any of their games, you know that they have that weird Ubisoft Club thing that it'll pop up on your screen and it'll ask you to sign into the game the moment you get it and log in, and you're like, why the heck do I have to do this? Well, it wasn't really necessary, but they
what the heck?
So hey, keeping it casual here. It's 5 o'clock. Who knows who's watching here?
Yeah.
So basically they're getting rid of that and making it one thing where they're also giving you some rewards to do it. But it's called what's it called? I lost. Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same thing, except they're putting it into one banner. Again, the Unlock Club thing, they're just getting rid of it. So if you want to use your points, because some of those things are useful, you can get some Rainbow Six Siege outfits. I know in the older Assassin's Creed games, you can get skins as well. Yeah, but they're getting rid of it. So get all your skins, use it now, do it. get rid of all your points. Your Far Cry 5, just dance, I guess, if you're into that. You know, anything that uses that, use your points because it's going away and being phased into something else.
It's nice that they like support
Playing their
having
games.
other like other games
Yeah.
from them too. So like a lot of skins crossplay, like the Wildlands and Siege and Division, and like all those kind of have
But is it
little nods towards each other.
Is it really going to be any different if it's either called Ubisoft Connect or Uplay? Like, does that really matter?
No, but
No, I think they're just
Okay, we're all like we're like talking like they just graced us with something. I'm just curious.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure you're gonna lose the points you have because they're giving you 1,000 club rewards, and then after that, it's gonna be no longer accessible.
Yeah.
So you won't have any of those points.
So they're doing whatever their new system is,
Okay.
which is hopefully easier than the old one.
Yeah, like it pops a UI in front of your screen, and it was just crazy. But yeah, so if you're into that, you have a lot of Ubisoft games, or you have those points, or you didn't know about it until just now.
Can't even get
You
Uplay
get 1,000 free points.
can't even get Uplay to launch games for me. So I've been trying to play Hyperscape for the past month.
You're not the only one, apparently. Apparently that's why the servers are dead.
That's fair. This next one has a trailer, Brandon. If you want to scroll down and just hit the big old play
Ooh,
button.
that's right. I haven't seen this yet. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger of a screen.
So this is a Sid Meier's mode coming out. It's called Classic Pirates. It's a scenario that can be played out, and you're just basically like a pirate. It looks actually really cool, and I don't even like Sid game. As you can see here, you have boats.
Just turned that boat on a dime.
Hey, bros.
It was over there whipping that shit.
That's DK.
Hey, we used to do that back on the CSD days.
Yeah.
Drop the anchor.
Yeah, drop the anchor, hit the E-brake.
E-turn.
Red pirates, privateer, swashbuckler, the hoarder. The hoarder is definitely Justin. My man be looting.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, passive ability.
Yeah, the only thing it doesn't say, which it'll probably say at the end of this, is when it comes out. But it looks really good for Civ, because the only thing here, let me throw this out there, and Justin, you play Civ way more than me, so you might understand it or get it and be like, that's cool. I feel like this should just be in the game as well. Like, I feel like you're playing a regular game of Civ, you should just be able to do that already. Like, have a boat do this crazy cool raiding and attacking boats and have trade, but you can't, right?
No, you can't do crazy stuff like this. This is something that should have been in.
This is dope, but like for maybe Civ 7, this should just be a part of the actual game.
Is it DLC?
I think it's its own standalone thing, because like Florida
It's its own scenario. Yeah.
So that's its own new thing.
The scenarios are like game types, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, that makes
like the map.
That makes kind of sense, because Warcraft 3 did this too. There were scenarios that came out, like specific game types on Warcraft 3 that really probably should have been in the game originally, but as they were making progressions for like the DLC, like the Frozen Throne, they added stuff.
Yeah.
So I could see this will probably just be a part of Civ 7.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what like you were saying. Like I hopefully like this is like them testing, no pun intended, like testing the waters.
Dipping their toes in.
Right.
Yeah, and like seeing how this whole mechanic works, and like see if it's worth like throwing into the game or not, or if it's too much of like.
Yeah, it's
I don't wanna
kind
say,
of cool though. I don't
too
really play
much, but, like-
RTSs, but it's kind of neat.
Yeah, like if
We'll
this
see.
was like its own thing, and like like here, check this out, and like not exactly like a Civ thing, like just a game on its own, like a whole pirate game, like Skull and Bones is supposed to be, but God knows when that's gonna come out.
Never coming.
I can get down with this.
Yeah.
I love
looks
watching
like-
them turn the boat.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm
gonna skip to the end and see
I can
when
get-
this thing launches.
Yeah, I can get behind
New
this.
Frontier Pass. So this is also like a season pass type thing, then maybe.
Probably. It doesn't.
Yeah, they do passes, but they do like constant like character, like country drops and stuff.
Yeah, we might have to go to the Steam page to see, because it
Yeah.
actually doesn't say even in that.
No
so.
date.
I got you. What's it called? Pirates?
I mean, just go to the Civ page.
Civ
and it'll pop up.
6. Alright, I'm gonna move forward. Oh well, Justin can.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
move
Well, Justin
forward.
can talk about this too because he just played this game.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
So
I'm like 20 turns in.
Yeah, so we just talked about Civ. This is a game that's very Civ-like that is coming out April 2021. It's called Humankind. Right now, you can play 100 free turns for Stadia players. That's why Justin, got the free trial. If you just want to, Brandon, just kind of scroll through those screenshots. It looks very Civ-esque. It looks really cool though. And for fans of that genre, I like more competition, more ideas, more things to push the brand. If Civ doesn't have any competitors, they might just kind of keep, EAing or 2King. Just keep making the same game over and over again.
Because Civ kind of became the thing. Like, I know there's like a Europa was one and I think that kind of fell off recently. So it's really just Civ. Civ is that simulation game, and there's really nothing else. So
right, yeah, it looks really good. Justin, let us know, man. What's the look? You put 20 turns?
I'm like 10, 20 turns in now. It's pretty much a Civ game. I mean, it's a lot more. Huh?
Give me the 1 minute review. It's becoming a thing now. We did it last week too.
You killed a bear.
I did kill a bear, and then I got beat up by some guys that jumped me after I killed the bear. It's pretty good. Yeah, I got third party. 100% got third party. It's really close to Civ. There's not a super distinguishable difference yet. There's a lot of other neat things that you can do in this that I kind of wish you could do in Civ, like army creation and a lot of the city management stuff that's really nice.
Right.
So I'm hoping getting a little more into more turns and getting some of the more technologies unlocked, it opens a little more. So we'll have to see after I get a little bit farther in. But so far, it's looking pretty good.
All right, we'll get that next week then. We'll get that 100
Yeah. 100 turns.
Final review. But Humankind, if you want to play it now, you do have to have Stadia. 100 free turns for free. It comes out April 2021. Looks pretty good. Looks promising. We'll keep you guys updated.
The Civ thing is October 6th, apparently.
Oh, so it's out already.
Okay. Get to it.
How dare they? Yeah. matey. This next atrocity. We talked about this last week as well, or 2 weeks ago. This is just another little still. It's kind of silly to play it, but if you scroll down enough, there's like a phone conversation between Miles Morales and Peter Parker. You passed it already. That's how weird it looks. And in that, it shows the still of that you see here.
I thought this was a Twitter ad.
No, it's actually.
No, that's it.
And it shows Peter's face for just a second. And I talked about this where they changed Peter Parker's face, but they didn't change MJ. So it just looks like, look at it. It just looks cringy and weird that they changed it after the game was already out for arguably no reason. And we will continue to not know why. And it just looks weird. After this, it's just a text conversation. So you don't really need to keep playing if you want, but it's just them talking in text form. But okay. I just at least wanted y'all to see it. Just zoom in on, highlight it. Yeah, there you go. I don't get it. It looks super weird.
Oh, I'm mistaken. It's today, actually.
Okay.
They worded it really weird. The Civ 6 October 22nd release. Yeah, that was dumbly worded.
It came out today.
That's fine.
Go download it now.
Yeah, today. Yeah. Too bad I don't
yeah.
have the season pass.
So let us know what you think about Spider-Man's face. But
I don't know.
This is just another screenshot and still.
I don't know.
Tom Holland.
I don't know why they didn't just, because they own the rights to it. Why didn't they just do the grown Spider-Man from the Miles Morales movie, like Into the Spider-Verse? Why didn't they just?
No one knows.
Why didn't they just do that? Peter
No
Parker was the same. He was the correct age.
Yeah.
Had a beard.
Literally no one knows.
Fallen.
Like it doesn't make any sense.
They probably couldn't get the voice actor.
That's a good point there.
Who wouldn't want to be in the game?
That was a pretty famous cast though. That was in the Spider-Verse movie. It was all pretty prominent people. But continued. We got the next one's even more Spider-Man news. Yeah, but no main actor is gonna want to voice act that video game. They got other things to do.
Do they? No, you can't film a movie right now. What are you doing?
Spending all that money there.
Yeah, I was about to say sitting on a yacht.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to make more money.
This next one is just the new suits that they've already, are showing off. You got the Crimson's cowl, which looks really cool. And, it's dope. That's the main thing I think I like about the Spider-Man game is all the suits.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
Definitely.
Cool.
They didn't. I don't
Gucci.
think they didn't say the powers or anything. I know most of the suits have their own little thing.
Yeah.
It didn't say that. Nope.
I wonder,
but yeah,
I wonder if we'll get a return of like the Spirit Spider or anything like that. 'Cause that was the last unlockable.
yeah,
Um,
it's interesting. But I just thought it was cool. We'll see how many actual suits they come out with and get. But I'm with it. Find out when the PlayStation drops, November 12th. That's so crazy. That's like 3 weeks from now.
yeah.
That's wild to me.
This
I can't get
this
it.
I'm actually really excited for because I love the developer. I really think that. I mean, you see it on Steam all the time. Like they're constantly doing like these large sales, and if you look at their discography, like they have an intense amount of games. So for
What Brandon's talking about, real quick, 'cause you didn't say it.
oh, it's on the screen.
Devolver Digital is bought. I just was making sure. Devolver Digital it got bought out by or bought the Serious Sam developer, Crow Team.
Yep.
Now proceed, because Brandon is correct.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, I just think like with the Serious Sam thing, it's kind of, they kind of 2K it where it is kind of the same game all the time. They have like a really niche like cult following, but I think I really think they do just need like a revamp. I mean, the Devolver team did say that they were gonna like maintain all the rights, blah 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 blah. But hopefully, they'll just, I guess, maybe request something different, because this type of game has just gotten kind of boring, in my opinion. Like it's.
It needs like a Doom reboot.
Like a new edge.
So, the Steam reviews for Serious Sam 4 are pretty good right now, but I'm sure a lot of that are like people that grew up on those.
Right.
The thing is from what I hear, is the game is actually it is super boring, and it's kind of can just get dumb where you'll like kill tons of enemies, spending 30 minutes. You die, and you have to start over, killing all those enemies again. It doesn't have a good checkpoint system. But what Devolver did with Shadow Warrior, because they like produce that team, or they developed themselves, the new Shadow Warrior games are really fun.
Yeah.
And they're kind of this same thing as Serious Sam, this like not taken too seriously, just trying to be like this one's a cliche, action movie kind of guy like Duke Nukem.
I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to say this is not how sunglasses work. They're blocking 100% of the sun. They're not even reflecting sunlight.
I don't know, man.
They're just taking it all.
Yeah, they're absorbing sunlight.
Yeah. Because Serious Sam came out when, all those games wanted to be like Doom.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see where it goes. Maybe they get access to that Shadow Warrior system for the next Serious Sam they make.
Yeah, I agree. I just think like Doom was so popular a million years ago, and then it kind of didn't come out for a while, and then Bethesda kind of rebranded it and made it look really, really, really good, and now it's popular AF. And then the last one was crazy popular. So it just needs a little polish, I think. Little polish. The new rapper, Lil.
I'm trying to think.
All right.
This could also be a thing.
Carrion was really cool.
They may have bought them for rights to the characters for Fall Guys.
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's a Sonic skin, I think, coming out soon.
It already came out. Yeah, Fat Sonic.
Did it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's it for regular. We don't have a speed run this week. We're gonna keep it slow.
So, boom.
Keep it
Releasing
real
irrelevant.
slow, like. Yeah, man. A lot of games this week. A little fizzle. A lot of DLCs and such. But we'll get it popping. Yeah, get it popping. We got Drone Swarm coming to PC. Came out 2 days ago, October 20th. We got the Geist. I'm gonna say
The Geist, yeah.
PC, October 20th. Shout out to Phil. We got Solasta, Crown of the Magister, coming to PC, or came to PC, October 20th. 2 Point Hospital got a DLC, Culture Shock. That's just for the PC. Came out October 20th. Beyond the Wire comes to PC yesterday, October 21st. We got Love, a puzzle box filled with stories.
It's my life.
Came out yesterday to PC. Yeah, October 21st. Somehow PUBG still exists and it's on season 9. Came out yesterday, so if it was trending on Twitch today.
That's impressive.
Really?
So I think I saw Steve Aoki playing it on Twitch, and he had like a billion people watching.
was he playing it with like a mixer and stuff? Like he was just.
Yeah. It looked like a mouse and keyboard, but I wouldn't put it past him. We got Phil's nickname, Tenderfoot Tactics.
Yeah.
Coming to PC October 21st. You got Disc Room PC and Switch today. October. You got Double Pug Switch, which I don't know.
Oddly enough, that was also his nickname.
PC.
Yes, it was.
And that was his high school nickname. College, you moved over to Tenderfoot Tactics. That comes to everything October 22nd. You got Dwarfheim, comes to PC October 22nd. Hello Puppets comes to PC and VR today. You got Lonely Mountains, Downhill, Edge Jaw DLC. Comes to PC, PS4, Xbox, and the Switch today. You got Outbreak Epidemic, comes to Switch the 22nd. Oh wow, I didn't realize this. Pokemon The Sword and Shield, the second DLC, comes out today.
I didn't know that either.
Just more DLC for a game. The Red Lantern comes to PC, Xbox, and Switch today. Torchlight 3 comes to Switch today. Valhalla, which is a game we talked about a week or two ago, comes out today. It's that Battle Royale Viking game, but apparently only the single player is out today.
Yeah, early access single player.
Yeah, don't worry.
We got Galicide, comes to PS4, Xbox, and Switch tomorrow.
This is
Leisure Suit. Wait, this is
Phil's current nickname.
Yeah. Leisure Suit Larry, The Wet Dream, Dry Twice.
Yeah.
Dry twice. Are these? Okay, I don't wait to stop the list. Is this the game where it's like the middle-aged man who's like a porn star?
Yes.
Little man in a red suit. Yeah.
He's not like a porn star. He's short.
He's like the philanthropist.
He's drenched with swag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna say. Yeah, we only got 2 more here. We got Supermarket Shriek. It comes to PC, PS4, and Xbox tomorrow. And a very sad one, Transformers Battlegrounds, comes to PC, PS4, Xbox, and Switch, because that game could have been so cool, and it wasn't. So that's the list.
It's even out yet. How do you know it's not cool?
I looked at
What's
it.
crazy is it looks like it was for mobile, but it's not even out on mobile.
Yeah, it looks like Transformers version of XCOM, which sounds awesome.
Like, oh yeah.
But the graphics are literally like a phone, like a 3-year-old phone. Like, it looks crazy. It looks insane. A lot of DLC. Valhalla, check it out. The single player is only out right now. The multiplayer isn't a thing, but once it will, you get the Battle Royale. But again, you got more Pokemon DLC.
Nah, I just want Beyond the Wire.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up eventually.
Real quick before we hit this cheat code, Phil, what did you think of Solasta?
So Celeste is really fun. I will have to. I was misinformed because I did not look this up. I just knew I played the demo and I was gonna support this. The only thing out in early access is Act 1 and part of Act 2, and you can get to a max of level 6.
So it's Baldur's Gate like.
Yeah, it's Baldur's Gate like, and it's using the D&D 5th edition system. But instead of being like you have this one big map that you're moving around in, you'll go to different places. Like you start in a city and then you'll leave that city. You have like world travel and stuff. So it plays a bit more like the actual tabletop game, and then instead of just this, Divinity type of system, move to the D&D universe.
Yeah, cool. That's weird that they decided to not push out. Like, they came out so close to Baldur's Gate. And it's like arguably very, 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 very similar.
I think this game
Early
was
access, not done.
I think this game was a Kickstarter game, right? It's not made by a big company. Okay.
Yeah, it is Kickstarter. They're a small company. Like the release date they had when I got the demo quite some time ago was when it's ready, because they're a small company. Yeah. They're probably pushing out just to get some more funds due to the times to help them out.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's hit this cheat.
Audio.
What are we looking at here? Because I don't know.
It's Torchlight 2. This is the Claptrap Easter egg. Phil's got more information on the other Easter eggs that they did. They did a lot, apparently.
Yeah, so, there's, for the Claptrap, you can find Claptrap in the Scrapworks boss area. After you kill the boss in the water, head to where the boss chest is, and from there you can follow the left side path all the way down where you will find Claptrap at the bottom.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yep. And they do a lot of different things like this. They also have one for Minecraft. Notch's Mine is a dungeon found in the Sundered Battlefield in Act 3 of Torchlight 2. I think Notch is the name of the guy who made Minecraft.
Yes.
Skyrim Dragon Shrine. There's a dragon shrine that can be found in Byrax's Tower, in the Ribbon Skull Gorge in Act 3 of Torchlight 2. SpongeBob SquarePants, they have one for that. It is actually a unique item called Plumbob T SquarePants, and originally designed for underwater surveying engineer class only. So,
Cool.
Again,
there's two more. They have the Princess Bride. If you guys know that movie, Andre the Giant is in it. In the Bright Bogs, when the fire is about to shoot from the ground, the ticking sounds a lot like the fire swamp in the movie Princess Bride. And then the Goonies, finally. In the Cove with the Skeleton Pirates, you can find One-Eyed Willie's other eye.
Phil's other nickname, One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. And then Torchlight 3 again is already out, so maybe they have a cool bunch of more Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing is Torchlight 3 has not been reviewed too well by anybody.
Ooh.
All right, let's wrap this up. What we playing? I guess I'm first because I'm at the top.
You first now.
Besides shooting games with y'all, Divinity 2, and that's it. I already got like 40 hours in like 2 weeks. So that's all I've been playing. Yeah, but Brand's like putting time into single player. What the fuck?
But your rank is still low.
Gross. That's gross.
But you haven't hit diamond yet.
Okay, one thing to add: if you finally finish Divinity 2 and then Divinity 1, there's a game called Sword Coast Legends you could try out. It's a lot similar, fantasy role-playing game. It's based off of the D&D world, so that could help you get that scratch the Baldur's Gate itch.
Yeah.
I have been playing some shooting games. I've been playing Prey in Resident Evil 0. And then I played some of Celesta.
Nice.
That's really about it. I've been getting a lot of like tabletop stuff, so I got the Keeper's Companions for Call of Cthulhu. And other things.
Okay.
I ordered a book today that is the basic role-playing system, which Call of Cthulhu and other stuff by Chaosium, it's their system. It's a very, very simple system, and I think it's beautiful. So any like one-shot game or a game that I'm going to introduce somebody into tabletop role-playing, I'm going to use that system because it is very, very intuitive, and I suggest everybody look it up.
Super easy.
Yeah. It was very fun.
Other than that, I've put bookshelves together, and I now have all of my physical games on shelving units instead of hiding away, except for my PC boxes, but that's going to be hard to find a place for those.
And the big boxes? The old big boxes?
Yeah, I have some old big boxes, and then some, like, I have Dead Space 3, I bought that physical, so that case. I guess I do have room for some of the case ones, but I like things. You might be able
It's
to
gotta
see,
be
but
themed.
I kind of went by era, so I have, the old school, it goes down, and then over to new school stuff.
Huzzah.
You need a shelf dedicated to the Warcraft battle chests.
I don't have those. I just have all the discs. Because I bought them separate. I bought them,
Wah, wah.
Oh,
Justin, what we got, baby boy?
Short and sweet. Back on the Overwatch grind, and Destiny 2 as a filler.
That is a major
other than
filler.
that,
That's a poo-poo filler.
let's use it for the filler when nobody else wants to play Overwatch.
I
That's
enjoyed Destiny 2. I will say that. It's just
I'm
very
enjoying it.
weird. It was
Yeah,
not worth 60
45 minutes of fun. Yeah, that's great.
It's nice now because I'm like, hey, there's like all this stuff I've never experienced before. Like, that's cool. Okay, I can like do all this stuff, not burn through it immediately and just
That's fair.
regrind.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice. Brandino.
I haven't really been playing anything, as the group knows. I've played a couple games here and there. I played some Overwatch yesterday. But I've just been working on homework, and then recently I bought. This is the omnibus or collector's edition of the House of X, Powers of X series. If you don't read comics and you've never read a comic, this would be a great story to start with. Basically retells the whole series or lineage of the X-Men from the very beginning. Like they rewrote it. I think it's by Hickman. But yeah, pretty much just been doing that, and that's it's been me. I love how it got nighttime on Josh's end. It was like we went through like a whole day with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Yeah, buddy. But that about wraps it up.
See.
You know, hey, let us know what you think about this Cyberpunk map. Are you getting Watch Dogs Legion's DLC? Are you getting Assassin's Creed's DLC? Are you getting Luna? Are you gonna like subscribe, look into it, all that jazz? Let us know about the Humankind if you're excited about that. If you're gonna get the Civ game today, let us know what games you're playing and releasing relevant. What games come out that you were excited about? Let us know. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you again for the sub. We appreciate you guys. We will see you next week.
Yeah, buddy. Later,
Same
guys.
time, same place.
Dirty 8.
Always.
The Dirty 38. Later.
I like that. Bye.